It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Coming up, we've got an ultra-important divisional round matchup in the NFC, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on our home team. On the visiting sideline, there you see Packer head coach Matt LaFleur. His guys knocked out the 3 seed a week ago and looking to keep things rolling here in the divisional round. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys fresh coming off the bye, ready to prove they are the team to beat in the conference. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend of the NFL is underway. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Kirk. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. Back to throw now on 1st down. He finds his man complete. That's Flores. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Packers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go, Zach.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And this one is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Throwing, Love. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's taken to the 26. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
At the 42-yard line.
Back to throw. Kirk. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it second down. Looking to throw. Kirk. And this is Cook with the ground. That'll give him 8 that time. And 3rd and 1 now.
It's a gain of 8.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Let's go now.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Brought down that time by Quay Walker. This is 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. Kirk. Room to maneuver at the 35. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Well, this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. Again to the fullback on the dive. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
The 22-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Looking to throw. Kirk. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. Instead, it's 4th down. And his kick here is good. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
And he returns this to the 22. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game where the emotion gets a little bit jumpy. Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
That opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. How did you go here? And boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. From the 44-yard line, here's second down at a yard.
Here we go. Back.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
A gain of 3 on the play. First down.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. He's caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Just 1 catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Love from the gun. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Romeo Doubs from 3 yards out. And the Packers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. McManus's point after is good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. Well, at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
He finds his man, complete. It's Flores. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. Got the guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
It's complete to Cook. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
The tackle made back at the 39-yard line.
2nd and 13. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
And that's knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Look and repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Love now. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And we'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got him not pinned down.
And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are going to retake the lead.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 10-7. A nice, tiny little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
45 seconds, hut.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up second down.
But there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
Ready. From the 41, here's second down at 7.
All right, go. Set.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
It's caught inside the 25. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
Set, hut. 60 red.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Completes it again to Dobbs. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be second down.
A 2-yard gain brings up second down.
Here we go. Here we go.
To throw now. Here's Love. Over the middle here. It's hauled in by Watson. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Ready.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. The connection with his running back, Josh Jacobs. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down.
A 42-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. A good position to be in here, second and inches.
Second and inches.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go, set. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's taken down inside the 30. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
And first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. There's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back to throw. Kirk. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
Second and 10. We're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3? Looking to throw. Kirk. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Micah Parsons in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Kirk. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And his guys are going to take the lead. Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense?
Extra point attempt to follow here. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17 to 10. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a first and 10.
Ready? Go.
In motion, the tight end. To pass is Jordan Love. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Now Love. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. Second down and 3.
Stop. 17.
Love looking to throw it. Under pressure, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Short throw, he's got Kraft. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line.
Take over. First down and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So halftime straight ahead, and that means we go to Scott Hansen. It is our EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott, take it away.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in the second half as we are about to get underway. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And all deep in his own territory, coughs up the football. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line of the red zone. And that has to be so frustrating because you know that they had something set up there for this first drive of the second half. It wasn't the fumble.
Sometimes no matter what you go over at halftime, no matter what you say, errors will result. And that's exactly what happened here. They were trying to change things from what happened in the first half. Instead,
and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Get his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him, and he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Love. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Ready. Yellow.
Here's Love. These guys running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Ready. Hut.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And getting this just shy of midfield, they spotted at the 49. 43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd down and 4.
Let's go.
Working out of the gun. Love. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
A gain of 7. 1st down, Packers.
Check White.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Quick. Yellow.
Firing quickly out wide is Love. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Yellow.
Operating from the gun. Love. They'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Watch out now. 50 series. Black. 95.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll be second down.
At the 14-yard line.
Check right.
On play action. Love to throw. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup. Leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the game there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Love will sneak it. And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped him right where it all started. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
Well, that play seemed well scouted defensively. They collapsed everything inside. Nowhere to go in the quarterback sneak. Now it's going to bring up 4th down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Tucker Kraft, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Extra point from McManus is good. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. Kirk. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Now McManus for the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the third quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Throwing after the interception. Kirk. He's got this complete, finding Cook on the crossing route. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get stepped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. From the 43, here's a 2nd down and 9. Looking to throw. Kirk. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Now 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 96 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Back to throw. Kirk. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. There to make the grab. guys are going to take the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. On the ground, the drive starts with Wilson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
Let's go now.
Operating from the gun. Love. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Over the dime, worked on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
A throw off his back foot there. That's going to wind up incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Ready.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
10 yards on the pickup.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. And he'll take it down shy of 45 at the 46. 102 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 2nd and 4. He finds his man, Incomplete. That's Flores. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 21.
Ready? Let's go.
Here's a give up the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a third down and 8. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Off the play fake. Kirk, a hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So that's, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Another drive coming up for this Packers offense. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 34. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Throwing, Love. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Love from the gun. Over the middle, complete. That's Reed. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Throwing again on second down. Love. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Down the left sideline. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there. 30 yards. And the Packers have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. McManus's point after is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The offense on third down, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Kirk. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44-yard line.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
At the 46-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be met at about the 43. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game?
Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's 2nd and 8. Manning, he hits him in stride. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A great play there. 30 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Well, that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
As we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
An extra point forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Love now. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
16 yards. That's good for a Packers first down.
To throw now. Here's Love. And complete once again to Watson. 2nd and 6 coming up.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They will throw again here with Jordan Love. And his throw here's incomplete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Check pink.
Love. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
It's a turnover and down.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He's having a big game running the football, but that will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry.
And he is going to have a first down here, and that should be the one that seals a victory.
It's a gain of 3 there, and that should be just about all she wrote.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
But you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. So long, everybody.